hopefully this time I'm live, because I just sat here talking to myself for several minutes and I wasn't even live. So, and it looks like I am. There, now I'm muted. What's up, everyone? What camera am I using? I don't even know. Okay. What's up? Sorry, I haven't been around the past few days. I've been so freaking sick, man. Oh my God, it sucked. But it's not COVID, yay. I really thought it might have been. So what's up? Who do we have here tonight? Megan, April, Hoot 3, Reagan, D. Connor, The Fire Within, Brittany Travis, what's up? Sue PD, Tina Paul, Dottie Morgan, what's up? Hey, John. Brittany Travis, Beth, Crazy Tia, Meow No. Hey, Liz. Hey, Sally Godfrey. Why did I jump? Okay, Kathy Ann, Feel the Love. Peter Harrington, what's up? Hey, Sherry, Aliar, Christy, Puddlerific, Kirsten, yep. Cat Mom, Pearls, okay. Kathy Ann, what's up? Oh yeah, I'm gonna ask you, Dottie, how's like Twitch working out? Thank you, Sally. But the newest one I put out today, I was so freaking. I wasn't so sick when I recorded it, but I was still kind of sick. So I was looking at it over today, and I'm like, it kind of looks like shit, and the jokes aren't that funny. But damn it, I worked my ass off on that one. That one's going out. Your super awesome cough meds. Are we talking like robo trip in here or what, man? I'm kidding. You're not a fan of Twitch? Okay. Oh, man. So how are you guys doing? I hope nobody here has been sick. It sucks. I haven't been like this sick either. So like the last time I was this sick, I think I was still a smoker. That's how long it's been. Is this thing really taking out the word shit for me to review? Are you fucking kidding me? Me and YouTube gonna have some problems. It's loosely, very loosely about Steve's fundraiser. Steve's fundraiser is what triggered my thinking. Anyways, but it's not about his fundraiser in particular. No. I'm not promoting any fundraisers or any shit like that. I'm not fucking doing that. If you want to donate, do it. If you don't. That's as far as I'm gonna go with promoting any fundraiser. What I wanted to discuss or whatever, I don't know, travel around is why do they find like these fundraisers so offensive? I mean, it seems like whenever someone's and I'm guilty of it too, don't get me wrong. When Katie did her fundraiser, I know myself and others were more than ready, willing, and able to fucking tear it down. But like there's so many people who hate so many fundraisers. Like if someone I'm friends with does a fundraiser, I'm cool with that. I'm gonna share it, whatever. I'm gonna promote it, I guess, maybe. So I don't understand why some people don't, with friends even, they're like questioning shit. It's weird. Did you hear Katie say last night there was no proof about the FBI coming to her house? What? What are you talking about? Did she really say it? Get the fuck. Where'd she say that? What? Where? Because she did like a 2.5-hour live stream or something last night with the Duggars or something. I don't have it in me to sit there and listen to her talk about that fucking family. I don't. Like maybe if it's something like really interesting, but I don't know. I don't. Just to hear her go over like a series of it, like she's hashing out this timeline yet again because she got a couple more additional bits, and not even facts. Like the storyline's the same. She's adding in some more details. That's it. It's crazy. She does a 2.5-hour live stream at what, like midnight? I don't get it. Right. No, and I get that. I get that there are grifters. There are ways though to how you can kind of ask for some sort of verification. I mean, no real fundraiser is going to fault you or get upset because you ask for something to give you peace of mind. Only the ones who are grifting are going to get pissed off about that. In fact, and I would even go as far as to argue and say that if it's a genuine fundraiser, they should already offer that without you having to ask. So, all right, cool. Thank you, Dottie. I thought Katie said there was proof there are police logs. She did say that when she first told everyone about it in that stream. She's like, you can check this. There's like police logs and shit or whatever. She's right. There are. So she could say that she was right about something she reported. Yay! I think I still have a fever. I only fundraiser for friends and family if they need extra help. Exactly. And like, really when it comes down to it, like anyone can start a fundraiser for any reason. I mean, it doesn't have to just be medical. Yeah, you're kind of a dick if you're going to start a fundraiser, I think, because you want like the 65-inch TV instead of like the 60-inch maybe. Okay, I get that. But you still can, just maybe not expect to get that much in donations. But again, just you can choose to donate, you can choose not to donate. I don't know. I guess what kind of rubbed me the wrong way was seeing some people like kind of pass judgment on whether or not someone had a right to start a fundraiser for like the reason Steve did. And again, this isn't about Steve's lawsuit or whatever, or Steve's fundraiser. Do what you want, I don't care. But it was the judgment though, like if this were a woman, okay, if this were a woman who, and I hate to use the whole gender, counter whatever, but seriously though, if this were a woman who worked someplace and she were someone was just making up shit about her or whatever, trying to get her fired, or all kinds of crazy shit, and everyone would come together and throw money at her to take this this person to court. People don't realize this though, but like she really did do some damage to Steve. You can like him or you can hate him. I don't give a shit. But I didn't really know him that well. Like my first knowledge of him was right around the time I came across, right around the time I was talking with Katie, and I came across the Non Sequitur show because she started on there. And so I talked to him a few times after that. And after the whole shit went down between them, I was pretty much convinced that like, well, maybe he didn't actually harass her, but I don't know. I could see, I no doubt he probably said this, and this to her, all because she said that he did. And she said it so convincingly, and she said it as fact, and she pushed it, but she never provided an inch of proof. Okay. And now I know him. Now I know him much better. And not only do I see him not being guilty of that, but I don't see him being guilty of that anymore. Like it's crazy. She really kind of potentially fucked up his reputation. He has every right, I think, to take her to court. If he can't afford it, you can have your thoughts about it. Just don't donate, whatever. No one cares. I mean, I'm not saying no one's going to get mad is what I mean. I don't mean like no one cares. Like no one's going to hold it against you. No one's going to get upset about it. But I don't know, man. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way when I see people pass judgment like as if he didn't have a right to do this. And yeah, he technically has a right, but I think he has a right to have it supported too, maybe. Not supported financially necessarily, just supported to exist. That's all. Okay, thank you. I'll check my DMs. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the chat because I was going off on a tangent there. Then she went off on her subs when they asked her about lying. She shut the live up. When was this? I mean, she shut up several lives recently. Yeah, Kristen NC, I don't know why people keep going back there either. All right, let me check my Twitter DMs. All right, I'm still sick. I know it's probably annoying. Okay, at the 4:38 mark, Josh Duggar's secrets exposed. I should probably grab that link there. That would have made it quicker. Okay, 4:38 mark, right? Yeah. Okay, let me share it. Oops, wrong one. Okay. Where the hell am I?
Donate money to the Gabby Petito Foundation, which was always the truth and always was the truth and was always going to happen. And there was also another really terrible rumor where I am accused of lying about the FBI being called and contacted and having police show up at my house related to the Brian Laundrie Gabby Petito story. That happened weeks ago, but it really did happen. And I keep seeing this false narrative on YouTube that I inserted myself into a story for clout, when in all reality, somebody called the police and the FBI and said that I had Brian Laundrie in my house. And there's actual police reports that exist for this. It's an actual investigation with the FBI. I wish that never would have happened. I would never, ever want anyone to have police knock on your door and being accused of having some fugitive in your house. I mean,
right. Well, I mean, she's technically not lying, but she's kind of lying, like through a lot of omission. I mean, yes, police did show up at her house. The FBI did not show up. But police showed up, and it was kind of on request of FBI, but they were already there by the time the police on the scene got the phone call saying, hey, the FBI got a tip that so-and-so's there. Check it out, you know? So they weren't there because of an FBI tip. However, had it not been for the other shit, then they would have been there for the FBI tip. So, I mean, semantics, I guess, there. But what I find interesting, though, is that she's, like the omission thing I mentioned, she's not telling the full story. She's making it sound like this is the only reason why the cops were at her house, and it's not. There's a whole list. There's a whole, like, this part here is like, this small little part here, this is the FBI tip. The whole rest of it, the whole rest of the pie is everything else, and she's leaving out the rest of the pie. It's ridiculous, but whatever. Oh, wait, you didn't see me do that. This little piece right here is like the FBI tip, and then the whole rest of the pie is everything else, and she's leaving out the whole rest of the pie. I did pull police reports. Keep playing it? Okay. Oh wait, share stream again.
I mean, imagine the freakiness of all of that. So I kept seeing all these like really ridiculous T channels saying that I lied about it. And I sometimes wonder how hard it would be for some of these channels to actually fact check the shit that they put out.
You fucking kidding me?
I try to do a pretty good job of fact checking the shit that I put out. So if I'm going to put some shit out about someone, I'm probably going to say with all actuality and factuality if something actually happened. And if I'm going to accuse somebody of lying, I better have some damn receipts to prove it, other than an assumption, right?
You would think.
So I have zero reason to lie about any of that. And I think it's really stupid that people come up with these stupid ass lies. So that was the one. And then the other one is this, I just want to address this because this is really driving me bonkers. There's a lot of YouTubers covering the Gabby Petito story. And there's a lot of people talking about this story. And there's a lot of people out there doing this story. And for some reason...
Don't tell me I took the screenshots off the computer, the redacted ones, because I could share them all right now again.
for some reason, oh, how cute is this? Someone just sent me this picture from Long Island. Okay, I'm going to show you that in a second. But for some reason, there are a group of trolls that are obsessed with the fact that you can't talk about crime. You can't talk about true crime. You can't have a channel that talks about crime because then you're profiting off of somebody else's trauma. And to which I say the news. That's all the news does. And to which I also say the same people that are mad at me for covering Gabby Petito's case, I'm pretty sure probably watch Sloan. They also probably watch the Dad Challenge podcast. They probably also watch all of these other channels that are also covering Gabby Petito. That Swoop chick.
It's amazing to me how she does not possess the ability whatsoever for self-reflection at all. I mean, no one cares that she's covering the story and making money from it. No one cares that anyone's covering the story and making money from it. It's exploiting the story. It's obsessing about it. It's doing nothing but posting about it to the point that you're posting just insensitive, rude, fucking gross, very graphic shit to get a response out of people, to get them to keep clicking on shit, to get them to keep providing profit for you. That's what people have an issue with. Sloan's not doing that. None of these other channels or whatever she's mentioning are doing that. That's her doing that. But, you know, it's one of those things. She's gaslighting there, right there. She knows damn well what she's doing. She knows what it is that she does that pisses people off, but she can't acknowledge that. So instead she has to turn into, well, I'm just not doing anything different than anyone else, but everyone's just picking on me because what? I'm a girl, I'm a victim, whatever. I don't know. That's what you wanted me to hear. Oh god, it's funny. I don't have the screenshots anymore on my computer, and I just, like an hour ago, I just deleted all my trash too. Because I show them for her again right now if she wants. I don't think I have them on my tablet though either. Maybe I do. I don't know. No, I don't think I do because I went through all my screenshots the other night. I was looking for something else and I don't recall seeing them. And I'm back too far now. Okay. I could always take screenshots and redact them again, but just take a minute. I don't know if you guys want to see them, I'll show them again. Maybe Katie wants to see them. If not, Katie, if you see this, and I don't show them, then I will put a link to the video which does have them in the description, and you can check it out. And if you want, I'll even send you a copy free of charge, even though they cost me $10. Yeah, perpetual victim. She takes no responsibility for anything ever. Yep. And that's the thing too. I mean, if she just did that once in a while, like she doesn't even have to do it every time. Just once in a while, she took responsibility and like showed like even an ounce of like true remorse. Her channel would be like, I don't know, 5 times bigger than it is right now. Probably. It's crazy. Yeah, what I find amazing is she believes herself. Exactly, Hoopery. Oh, I think you said for a second that she just doesn't give a tweet. I was like, what? It's like, that's such a cute way to not swear. Okay, so one of the things I had planned to talk about today, because I watched part of Charlotte's stream earlier, or last night's stream, I think it was yesterday's stream, whatever. But she was talking about Steve's fundraiser and everything and his court case and stuff. And she was talking about Todd Chrisley's court case, because everyone, read his court filing this week. And I agree, I think, with most people's sentiment that his filing does seem to come off a little bit anticlimactic, I guess is a good way to put it. Like you were maybe expecting a big bomb to drop, put in Katie's words, and you didn't even get like one of those like little pop things that you throw on the ground with firecrackers. They just go pop, stampers or whatever they're called. At least that's the impression I got. But all I'm going to say is hang tight. Just hang tight, because he's not an idiot. He's not. That's all I'm going to say. But I did want to, but as what I was also getting at there, I am familiar with some of the things in Steve's case. And from what I've seen so far on either side here, Steve has a much stronger case, I think, than Todd does. But I'm sure Todd has his shit too. Anyways, and I'm going to share some of it with you guys. Like I can't share like screenshots or whatever, but I can tell you what it said, and I can even quote some of the tweets, because a lot of these tweets are still up either on their platforms or in a screenshot in like a half a dozen places. So I mean, it's not like sharing anything secret there. Exactly, statute of limitations and not showing your whole hand. And that's the thing I was worried about that with Todd's case, because he did some things did expire with the statute, and we were coming up on others too. I think even like the more pressing things. But then I just became more aware and just sit tight. All right, so what I want to do is basically like what Steve is alleging in his lawsuit, and he has receipts after receipts after receipts upon receipts backing this shit up. But she did absolutely do this. You can sit here and you can argue in my face or whatever, it's saying that Steve harassed her or whatever. You can say that to your blue. I don't care. Say it all you want. But there is actually documented proof of everything here that I'm about to read off. Okay. He is alleging, and with tons of receipts, that she accused him of harassment, of fraud, of abuse, of sexual harassment, of abusing her child, of threats of harm and ruin. And then she accused him of preying on women, and that he was one of the most dangerous people she had ever been near. And now, if you just have a friend or an ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend, whatever, who's saying that kind of shit about you online, it's not likely to go anywhere. Like, whatever, maybe 2 or 3 people believe it, But they weren't friends. They were known publicly as just colleagues. So this is a colleague saying all these fucking horrific, vitriolic adjectives toward him. It was crazy. And it got to the point where like there were some people, quite a few people on YouTube, who just backed away from him, didn't want to work with him, didn't want to deal with him. I mean, at the time that this all went down, he and Kyle, their channel was getting pretty big, maybe not huge, but it was on the way up, and then Kyle took the channel, and then there was Steve left with all these horrific things being said and posted and put up about him. And then people are backing away from him, and he lost his channel. I mean, Katie was a huge fucking part in that. Huge. Like, I would even say like 2/3. So, okay. And she claimed we were business associates, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Heather McDonald, it's not strong at all. You're right. Yeah, I fully agree. Again, I'm just going to say, stay tuned. What am I doing? Okay. Did I move that? I did. Son of a bitch. Date modified. There we go. I just want to read a couple things and then we can move on from this. But I do want to just put this out there because I think it's a big deal. Like, I just keep thinking, dude, if the genders were reversed, I mean, fuck, man. Some quotes of hers and tweets, like all of these are still up to, like, anyone can go and find them yourselves, but I'm just gonna read them quick. Oh, she had said, this was just this year. I'm done with people saying I'm unhinged for sharing my truth. For 2 years, a narcissistic psychopath has literally stalked, harassed, and destroyed my peace. Until you have been stalked and abused by someone like him, don't tell me how to act. Fuck y'all. Blame him instead. Fuck any of you that says I can't fucking say he sexually harassed me. He did. He's a fucking narcissist, prick, abuser, and has done this to multiple creators. I only ever apologized to him because he threatened me. In an email. Come on now. My restraining order was granted because he literally harassed me over these claims and threatened me. He said, if you do not retract it, I'm going to destroy you. Look at what he's done. Now okay, I want to point that out. There she says, my restraining order was granted because he literally harassed me over these claims and threatened me. He said, if you do not retract it, I'm going to destroy you. You know, I looked at all the evidence she provided to the court for her restraining order. None of them said that he threatened her, well, except for her own little writing. But none of the evidence she provided said anything about a threat, mentioned a threat, nothing. Like, nothing was, only a few things were even directed at her. And none of them were at all threatening. So she's lying right here. They're saying that she was granted her restraining order because of these threats when she never submitted any threats. Look at what he's done. Now his call is attacking Charlotte and Waxy. Literally no one attacked either of them. It's ridiculous. But whatever. It's Katie's story. Damn it. Come here. They go after anyone that speaks the truth. Don't ever be fucking silenced by abusers. Then they win. I will not bow to him. And if it takes him going to jail, I'll do everything in my power to send his ass there. Women support women, period. Everyone else can kiss my fucking ass. I mean, come on, dude, really? What the fuck? Pulling on the women shit. That's like Hillary Clinton there with the fucking election. Oh no, it wasn't her. It was Gloria Offred, whatever her name is. There's a special place no. Who was it? I forget who it was. Someone said there's a special place in hell for women who don't support women or some shit. And two more things I'm going to read. She had said, I don't know when this was. In my opinion, he and his trolls are some of the most dangerous on YouTube. They harass, stalk, and attempt to ruin the lives of their targets. They seek revenge and have no boundaries, and they will not cross. And have no boundaries that they will not cross to hurt me. He is abusive and has tormented my family for 2 years. Tormented my family for 2 years, dude. I never lied when I said a malignant narcissist and his flying monkeys tried to frame me for horrific crimes by inserting themselves in my lawsuit. Now you have seen the proof. This is a cult, and they are dangerous, especially the ones threatening to kill me repeatedly. Come on. So, yeah, I mean, if your professional life and like you were building a very potential professional life on social media, but everything depended on how people perceived you. Yeah, dude, that's a big deal. All right, let me go back here. I'll go back to the chat now. I love your reading Katie's voice. Thank you. I support him filing a suit, but if you do not have the funds, then you need to find an attorney to go over things and agree to do it on contingency. That's what I did. I was mad at Albright. Thank you, Steve. Not every attorney, though, will do every case on contingency. This is a defamation suit, I mean, I imagine maybe some will, and on some defamation suits, but I don't think every attorney would, let alone on every defamation suit, because the contingency is still at risk. Unless it's not really that big of a risk. But that is a possibility, maybe. I don't know. So I do agree with you there, but the only thing I disagree with is like the whole if you can't afford it thing, because then that means that social justice is only available for those who can afford it. And I'm not saying that everyone is entitled to zero lawyer fees and to go frivolously sue whoever they want for whatever reason. No, of course not. But a GoFundMe campaign, I mean, people have a choice whether or not to donate. So that's, all I'm saying. I don't understand the whole defamation per se thing. I don't get it. Whatever. So I'm not going to comment on that. I know like one is, I know they're different, I guess, than just like tort defamation, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, justice isn't fair. That's the thing. It's nothing in life is ever like always fair. I mean, it's just a, it's a lesson you learn in life. I get that. Um, which is why I don't agree with like having lawyers' fees covered as an entitlement, in a civil situation such as this. Um, I would not at all support that. But in the context of a GoFundMe campaign, then again, that's when each person has the choice. So. What was it? What are you talking about? Do you try to get your post spread out here to what? Yeah, no, defamation is very hard to get a good ruling on. Defamation per se, though, I guess is different. I don't know how exactly, but it's different. Um, I'm guessing maybe the burden of proof isn't the same. Like I'm guessing there's less of a burden of proof with per se. Um, what did she say to me? Um. Oh, okay. Okay, all right, I see. So, I'm guessing this is from tonight. She went live. I think it might be Instagram too. I cannot find a good Instagram downloader. I don't know why. Like none of them work. Like they'll work for a day and then that's it. Like I tried on Chrome, on Firefox. I tried on Incognito, on regular. It's ridiculous. Oh my god, no, the fans piss me off. This is what I've done too for like 2-3 days. Just hot, cold, hot, cold. Okay, yeah. What Steve said, defamation per quad needs to demonstrate loss. Per se, you don't. Okay, yeah, that's how it's different, I guess. I knew it was different. I just don't get the logistics of it, I guess. I don't know. But so I guess when it's per se, it's maybe not held to the same standard as per whatever. Um, and it is still hard to prove. It is. I don't know. I don't have much experience or knowledge or interaction with civil lawsuits, let alone just like defamation ones or tort litigation. So it's not like I have this extensive knowledge to compare anything to or whatever. But just seeing what I've seen from the Toddy Westbrook lawsuit and um and Katie's evidence and everything against Steve, and then the Todd lawsuit, and then there's also the critical K1 and the dude's mom, and then the Steve lawsuit. Like all of them by far, Steve has, like, in my opinion, it's non-legal opinion, non-professional opinion, I get that, but still my opinion, Steve has by far like the strongest case I've ever seen out of all of these. And granted, that's like the strongest out of 5, but I hear you. Just saying. Okay. Yeah, Selena's going to point, I doubt any lawyer would take this on contingency because there's no monetary gain for the lawyer. I think YouTube community support is Steve's best route. I agree. I think so too. And it, see, the thing is like, she's got a platform. She's got a lot of people who listen to her. She's got a lot of people who turn to her bizarrely, for information, for knowledge, for, I don't know, for confirmation of all things like news or media or whatever you want to put it. But she does. Whether we agree with it or not, she fucking does. She's got this. So when she then starts running her mouth about a competitor of hers, because let's face it, at that time they were kind of competitors, you know, they're both YouTube content creators, and she's always saying how you can't go after another content creator like that, you know, but that's literally all she's been doing. So when you do that, you can affect their entire life. You can affect their entire profit. And I'm not just talking Steve, I'm talking about anyone she's done this with on the platform. Like, how many people has she gone after? And just, you know, and for granted, everyone has like their own baggage of shit that they may be done and everything. I'm not saying that everything's her fault. But what should have been maybe just like a little ripple, she turned into a freaking tsunami for like a lot of people. It's crazy. Hey, Sue Elliott, what's up? Wait, what? Oh, wait, what's this? Dude. I didn't even see that comment. Sorry. Someone was asking for my approval, so I gave it. My goal is to get my creators, or to get creators to read my dirty comments. Ah, I see, Mrs. Cassandra. All right. All right. I don't see any dirty comments, though, no. Dude, your man should teach sex ed. He's so based. Is it biased? Wait, what? I had a super chat, Charlotte. I had a super chat. I had to super chat Charlotte last evening because it was members only. I was called a Steve minion. Wow. Crazy. I listened to like the first half an hour of her stream. I haven't even listened to the rest of it. And I wasn't even looking at the chat. I didn't even. Was it really members only? She never makes them members only, does she? Wonder why she did that. Kind of odd. Well, at least it used to be odd. I haven't watched her a whole lot the past couple months. I haven't watched anyone really. Been so busy. I got you to Google State Hot Pockets, so you're good for a while. Yeah, cool. Yay, you don't have COVID either. All right. All right, so yeah, what was this I just downloaded? Yeah, she does do members only, so that her members only have some. Oh, okay. When I subbed to her, she did a few members only. Oh, okay. I've only seen her do like at least one members only that jumps out at me. And there was like some apology video or some shit. All right, what did I just download this right? Was this Instagram? Yes, it was. How long is this? So have you guys watched your Instagram live from tonight? Oh, okay, that's not too long. We can do that. I just want to make sure I'm off with a little bit of time between the end of my stream and the beginning of Claire's, the Midnight Mayhem, because I'm going to have to eat something before I go on that. And the dog's probably going to have to go out. So I check chat. Did you guys want to watch this live? It's only like 35 minutes long, so you can commentate on it. I never watch it without my friends here. All right, see you later, Mrs. Cassandra. Go ask. What is baseball still on? The Red Sox didn't win yet? I don't even know if they're playing. All right, let me share this shit. Preferably before my stomach growls. And too late. Okay. Oh wow, I look like I'm stoned. I think I've still got a fever. Or came back. Oh, okay. Claire stream is at midnight or midnight Eastern time, so it's in like an hour and 40 minutes. Yeah, I'll put a link to that too in the chat. What's a look? Me or her? It could be either one. Right. Why? Just give me the thing, fucker. All right. Here's the link to Midnight Mayhem. I'm not sure how to spell mayhem. There. Steve McRae had me Google Poontine today and don't spell it wrong like I did here. Well, why? What happens if you spell it wrong? What comes up then? Oh, thank you, Jeff. I actually feel a lot better though now. I thought I had COVID. Turns out I didn't. So, which was good. I do feel better today. Like I started taking antibiotics yesterday, so like overnight started to feel a little bit better, but then like later on this afternoon it just kicked in more. But I'm gonna get tired soon and have to sleep. No, she's going to go. I will Google. I will. Oh, okay, I see. The first poutine or whatever. That's like that. Isn't it like a sauce or some shit or something to do with steak? Isn't it? I don't know. But the other one's vagina. Huh. I don't have to Google that. I know. All right, so no one gave me an answer if y'all wanted to watch this or not. So, oh, her. Thank you, Claire. So I guess I'm just gonna play it. Gravy and for okay. Wait a minute. All right, yeah, no, it's right. Okay. I think you're right. I think it is gravy and fries. All right. Huh. But cheese curd. I don't know about that. Hey, Angel Cake, what's up? Where am I? Okay.
I am a hot mess express today. And hi, guys. This is me on a very messy Saturday after spending most of the day at Target Well, no. Just
Wait. No,
running errands.
I gotta jump in here. Oh, cheese curds. Oh, okay. All right, never mind. Oh, cheese and gravy and fries. Okay, because we call like the fries with like the cheese on it and everything, like if you put bacon bits on it and shit too, we call them disco fries. So, but yeah, the gravy, there's no gravy on disco fries. I don't think. At least not on any IV in it. Okay.
And then going to Target, buying a bunch of stuff, Legos, puzzles, having a fun day with my kid. And I haven't done anything to my face, but I was
Like, you know why? Because she got her first Gabby Petito AdSense payment on the 21st. We got our September payment. So that's all September's when she did all those Gabby Petito videos and made crazy money. So yeah, she had a good day then, I bet.
A pretty invigorating conversation with a individual that does outreach for people that are in cults. And this person has a lot of background and expertise on the IBLP and Bill Gothard.
Sorry, I'm going to keep interrupting and talking with the chat here. Ashley asks, who's doing Charlotte's makeup? Why the big change in her? I have to say, when I watched her stream from yesterday, I thought she looks amazing. Like her hair, even her glasses, like her face, everything. Just she looks freaking amazing. So to say. But I don't. What's up with that doll though on the wall? That's kind of freaky. That's kind of weird. But she looks amazing.
And my mind is like scrambling right now because I'm sitting here thinking about all these questions I want to ask him and all of these things that I need to know, and just really how to take what we're doing on my channel to another level where I can reach more people and help people that are inside see where they've been led astray. And this person has so much context from a biblical perspective that I think is so important that I don't necessarily have. And I was like listening to him talk about just how the language and definitions are used within this group. And from the very beginning of the indoctrination, people are given false definitions of what words are and what meanings are and what beliefs are. And all of the definitions are the words that you and I would.
Jeff says, in my personal opinion, I think she was abused as a kid. I don't know. Maybe I don't know anything about her upbringing, but I just don't want to speculate on that because if she was, then it's kind of outing her in a sense. If she wasn't, then it's kind of making her one. I don't want to speculate on it. That's her business. If something happens, she wants to tell, that's on her. If not, then nothing happened. That's all.
Use, but then it means something totally different. And I'm sitting here thinking, no wonder when you're talking to people in this group, they don't get it. They don't understand. They don't. I have a burden for people in cults because you know what they're going through. Well, I only have a burden for people in cults because my high school boyfriend was in a cult, and that's where all of this started. Honestly, I've spoken about that before on my channel, and here's the irony. This guy that I'm talking to today,
My high school boyfriend was adopted. I mean, y'all will never know my struggles as an orphan.
he tells me that they became interested in all of this, and I never said anyone shot at my house. I said there was a gunshot outside. Anyways, it's interesting.
What the hell? No, what did she just say?
That he tells me that they became interested in all of this, and I never said anyone shot at my house. I said there was a gunshot outside.
It's true. She didn't say that they shot at her house, but man, did she imply it. She even went so far as to say, I don't think that it was aimed at my house. I don't think. Fuck.
Anyways, it's interesting that okay, I'm turning off your comments. It's interesting because he and his wife got into this through his wife meeting someone who was a Jehovah's Witness. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's how I got involved in this, because my high school boyfriend was a Jehovah's Witness, and he was disfellowshipped when he and I were dating because I was not a Jehovah's Witness, and he got into some legal trouble and he lost everything. And then watching him lose everything was like one of the most heartbreaking experiences of my life. And not being able to help him was,
I almost kind of wonder if the high school boyfriend there, she mentioned legal trouble. If maybe he did some shit, he got into some trouble, and then his family kind of excommunicated him due to the trouble. And then she was like, oh my God, I can't believe you left all that for me. And he's just like, probably like, yeah, okay. I almost wonder. All right, I think I'm definitely a little high on medicine.
I was so young. I was 17, 18, 19 years old. When you have someone that you love so much lose their entire identity, you don't even know how to handle that. You don't know how to help them. They go through such tremendous loss, and they
Holy
lose
shit, that's right.
all of their friends, all of their family.
That is a great point there. Peter Harrington. Let me put that up on the screen. Funny how Kyle said something somewhat the same at one stage about people shooting near his house. I remember that. He and Uni did some stream or some shit about it, and didn't he try saying that it was someone from Steve's crew, someone, maybe was it Red? Maybe he was trying to blame it. I can't remember who, but someone, I guess, who had a picture somewhere in social media of their guns. So Kyle's like, look, he lives one state over from me. I bet it was him, sort of shit. Yeah, it does seem like kind of a reoccurring thing. I mean, my entire life, and I live in a city. I don't live in the suburbs there of Minnesota. Granted, it's in upstate New York City, but it's still a city. Never once had anyone shoot at my house. And anywhere I lived, whether I lived in the city or just outside the city or wherever, or some other village around here, never did anyone shoot at my house. Although my last house, well, it was my parents' house before I sold it. One time, the neighbor, the block there, heard gunshot, like 2 gunshots, I think, maybe a couple, I can't remember. And a whole bunch of houses called the cops to report him. And we were one of them. But even that was kind of, you could tell it was far away. There's some woods and shit across the street, back up a little bit. So it could have been from there. Could have been kids hunting or some shit. I don't think so. That was nighttime. But yeah, no one's ever shot at my house. Funny. And here we have Unirock and her both with Kyle and her, similar experiences. Funny.
He was kicked out of his house before he even graduated from high school. So I know that that's where the source of all this comes from. It's just the irony is that this individual that I've reached out to, that's how he started on this trajectory, like all these years later. And somewhere along the line, he became interested in Bill Gothard, and he's sending me his book, which I'm excited to read, which is about Bill Gothard and this cult. And I'm just excited to be able to have another resource that I can use to strengthen what it is that I'm doing. So I'm not just speaking off the cuff and reading the stuff and then thinking, okay, I know everything, because I certainly don't know everything. I definitely don't know everything. And this individual has resources and ways to help people. And that's, I think, such a critical part of this, is that you can tell people all day long that what they believe is wrong, but how do you tell someone in a way that they understand, and then provide them resources that can help them find a way out? It's scary to think like how misled and how lied to some of these people are, and the abuse that they're experiencing because of it. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking that the women are living this way. It's heartbreaking that the men are living this way. It's heartbreaking that the kids are living this way. So that's where we're at right now. I'm just feeling very invigorated. And somebody was asking about gunshots at my house. I literally never said that anyone shot at my house. I said I heard gunshots outside. That does not equate to someone shot at my house. Literally, there was a single gunshot. I think it was a shotgun. It was like 12 o'clock at night. All of our neighbors heard it. We don't know where it came from. It wasn't shot at my house. You guys will turn anything that I say into something dramatic that it isn't. Like at 12:30 at night, it's kind of weird to hear a gunshot. And that wasn't a gunshot. It was like a shotgun. We live in an area where there's hunters, so we hear gunshots all the time. It's just not common to hear it in the middle of the night. So that's all. Y'all can just stop acting like ridiculousness. Nobody shot up my house. All right. Anyways.
Where's the tweet? Damn it. Or was it on Instagram? I don't remember now.
No, I don't think. No, it was definitely not car backfire. 1000% not car backfire, because all of our neighbors, like, we're on a neighborhood community board, and people around us all heard the same sound. It was not a car backfiring. It was 100% a shotgun. But who knows what they were shooting at. We have coyotes out here. We have like foxes. There's, I don't even know, all kinds of little things that can get into yards. There's people that are just drunk and have guns. You don't know. Like, you don't know. It was just jarring more than anything. So, I hope you're doing okay.
This is why she wanted to do live streams. She wanted to talk about that.
We shoot coyotes down here late. Yeah, like we don't in the mornings. So it's going to become it'll be duck hunting season really soon here. And we live by a lot of like lakes. And so we'll wake up to rifles in the morning. So, and rifles have a very, like, a rifle pop is so different than a shotgun. Like a shotgun, it like reverberates. It's so much different. And I didn't know anything about guns until we moved out here. Like I said, I've said multiple times, our neighbors all have guns.
Can you really hear the difference, like between a shotgun, or like if you're shooting like a shotgun shell or whatever, or like a slug shell? I mean, does it really sound different? I mean, I would think that the sound of it being pushed out of the barrel would be what made the sound, not necessarily the context of the ammo. What was this like? It was on Instagram tonight. Where am I on? I want to find that fucking tweet or whatever it was now. Read it. And my fucking tablet just died. God damn it. All right. So we have. I can't even find where she talks about it now. I don't think. Oh. All right, I'm gonna go back to playing this. I'll keep looking. Someone on train would find it hard to tell the difference. Okay. That's what I would think. I don't know. I want links too. I'm with you there, John.
You shoot at night. Probably a critter. Stop speculating about a shot fired. Why? That's literally what happened in my house. I don't know why.
See,
that's
she keeps
wrong.
talking
Just,
about it.
Anyway,
That's why she wanted to go live. I posted that someone shot near my house and no one cares.
In the middle of the night, though. You shoot armadillos. You hear gunshots in Brooklyn, New York. I grew up on a farm, so my brains go to that. Oops. No. I'm more inclined to believe it was someone like drunk shooting.
She's still going on
to be
about
honest.
it. She didn't care to talk about anything but this. She's so transparent.
I don't know anything about armadillos.
Funny how there's no post or anything about it now.
Church of Christ is actually where Gwen Chamblin came from. And he actually brought up Church of Christ. I think there's a lot of overlap between a lot of these groups, to be honest. And it all comes down to the type of leaders they have, authoritarian control. But usually the groups will have, the way that he explained it, something that deviates from the Bible.
Something else, too. I was reading Braken's comment there about since when did people duck hunt with a rifle? They usually use a shotgun. What is this, October? I mean, I'm not sure what the hunting dates are or whatever for Minnesota. But I want to say here in New York State, I want to say like only north is open now. Like southern tier isn't open, I don't think, right now. I don't think duck's open at all right now. So, I mean, I'm sure Minnesota can have totally different, they have different animals, so I guess it makes sense, but I don't know. Just pointing that out.
Belief that's just not biblical. And that's how you know that it's not a biblical, like.
This live was from tonight on Instagram. I probably just like a couple hours ago, if that.
Program. And with the Institute and Basic Life Principles, what they've done is taken the Bible and turned it into a self-help book. And the Bible is not a self-help book. They also take the Bible in the literal context instead of understanding like the context, like the literal words, instead of understanding the context of what was going on at the time. And the Bible was never written to be a self-help book. So when you try to make it a self-help book, it doesn't make sense.
There we go. Okay, so it just sent me a screenshot of the tweet. Come on. Save as. Why did it save in applications? It's weird. Okay, so this is the tweet, the screenshot. So she says, I think it was last night. I'm pretty sure it was last night. Holy shit, there was just a huge gunshot in my neighborhood. It happens in our neighborhood a lot. I live in rural Alabama. When our kids were little, it scared the crap out of me. It still does because a straight bullet can kill. I've heard hunting gunshots, but this sounds like a shotgun. It was a single shot. Then I saw a car drive by my home house, whatever that means. No idea if they were connected. Don't think the shots were at my house, by the way. Bullshit. I heard the shot. Then a car drove by my house. I don't think the two are connected. And I don't think that they were firing at my house. Oh, but I never said that they were firing at my house, people. No, what are you talking about? I never said that. I mean, wow. You are so transparent. It's funny. I think I was also sent. The hunting guidelines for Minnesota or for waterfowl. So she was sitting at her window, heard the shot, and saw the car. Okay. Was it her previous cop call for a possible firearm go off? It involved a firearm. I'll say that. I just moved to the country way out, and my daughter and I literally just heard multiple gunfire go off, and it was a secession. What the hell is that? Why did that just go blank? We just open. What did Firefox just open? God damn it. Go away. Sorry, my Firefox opened. All right. I just moved to the country go off, and it was a succession of multiple shots, and it was clearly an AK-47 AR-1 for Rugen, whatever. Oh. Okay. Yeah, the one time we heard gunshots in my old house there, it was, I mean, I don't think it was like a semi-automatic rifle, but it was definitely like a hand pistol, automatic, it wasn't like somebody had to reload or whatever. You need duck hunting shit? I'll give you duck hunting shit. It's funny. I'm just saying, reading that, I totally heard the glare saying that in my head. You need duck hunting shit? I'll give you duck hunting shit. Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to go back to this stream now. Oh, yeah. Maybe one of her neighbors was shooting one of their many. Little Mousy Girl, you bring up a good point. I don't know if you intended to, but you bring it up. She was just talking, and what was it, last night's stream or the one before, about her neighbor across the street there, the cop, the detective or whatever, how he has, like, all throughout his house. She didn't see it though, but he told her, the neighbor, he don't really know that well, all about all the guns stashed in his house, right? Anyways, not a very smart cop if that's the case. But she's telling the story there on her live stream and saying how her neighbor, the detective there across the street, when he built their house, because cops and detectives or whatever are like such a target all the time for criminals, and I don't know, criminals where I live, they usually try to avoid law enforcement, not to go right after them, but whatever. Um, but because they're such a target, he felt that when he built his house, he felt the need to build all these little compartments all throughout his house so he could stash all these crazy guns and shit. So, and it's funny though, when she's telling the story, she's saying how, well, because like how sometimes, like criminals, so they'll like target judges and stuff and cops and everything. Well, this, he's a detective, so he had to do this. I wonder if she was setting the stage there for like the next step of some, look at how I'm the victim now. She had this dangerous, because she's in her stream. She wanted to tell this story so bad about her detective neighbor there across the street so badly that in my video, and I left one of the times she sent this out, but still, it's like 6 times in a row. She's just like, she gets distracted. Okay, so the detective across the street, and then she gets distracted. And she did this over and over and over again. One time I left out. So she really wanted to tell this story. So I almost wonder if that's what she was doing. Don't hunters use shotguns? Yeah. I bet next week there will be new bullet holes in her pride flag. Oh, don't say that. The pride flag, Katie's gay pride flag. If you're here, we don't want you to get shot. Wear a bulletproof vest. But you got a point though. I wouldn't be surprised. She's being sued. It's time for a big drama so everyone can feel sorry for her. Yep. Word. I bet she did said that. Dude, no shit like that surprises me about her. I mean, it's ever since I watched that video where she tried to blame that horrific comment about her son on Little Red. I mean, from the time that live stream started, before the comment even happened, her whole reason for acting all nonchalant and everything for being there was so obvious. And then when the event happened and that name was put in the chat, not only was it not actually Little Red's account, it wasn't her username, it was different, but also the look on her face. There was no shock, there's no horror, there's no surprise. Yeah, there it is. I can't wait to do this. And then so she signs off, just nothing, just clicks right off. And she goes right to Twitter, posts that shit, tags YouTube, everything. Then she does a live stream. And when she starts talking, it's like she has this whole speech prepared about how handicapped kids and everything, they get like such a bad rap and everything and treatment and all. Like, she had that speech planned, I'm telling you. Oh yeah, Bro Cop showed up. It was wild. Yeah, why even post about it? She just wanted the attention. See, for me, it's not the posting about it. Like I think when we heard him at my house one time in my entire life, I posted about it. And I kind of kicked myself in the ass because I just put my house on the market too, or I was about to put it on the market, one or the other. But I posted about it. But I never once said, oh, and then a car drove by. And I don't think they were shooting at my house. I don't think that the racing car away was related at all, even though I drove right by my house, and then I did say the next night, but I never said that they shot at my house. Meanwhile, the tweet that I put up, she put up there, she's not saying that they shot at her house, but she's the one who mentions them shooting at her house. And the only one who mentions it. Just saying. No, Erin, that's not the same detective that interrogated her. She claims that the detective across the street is that the interrogating detective's old partner, or new partner. That I don't think they were partners at the time, there 13 years ago, but maybe they're partners now or something, or they were recently. I don't know, but no, it's not the same one. What's a home house? I don't know. I think maybe she started to type home, but then maybe she got pulled away for a second. I mean, they happen to me all the time, and then I'll go back and I'll have a similar word in mind, and I'll type it, and then they'll both end up in a sentence. Maybe that's what happened. Just posted some KG's nice Instagram stuff. Okay. I haven't even looked at her Instagram. I had it pulled up a minute ago, but I didn't really look at it. I was looking for that one tweet there. It's still though, that tweet though. Failed. It was a single shot. Then I saw a car drive by my house. No idea if they were connected. Don't think the shots were at my house, by the way. Wait, holy shit, there's a huge gunshot in my neighborhood. What does that mean, huge? Like, did it sound like a grenade launcher? I mean, RPG? All right, I'm gonna go back to this. I think I'm gonna try.
Jehovah's Witnesses. Yeah. So I'm excited about this, you guys. I think it'll be a really good addition. I think it's going to be very, very helpful. I'm going to talk to him again tomorrow. I think it's going to be a good way to strengthen it. I would love to have him come on for an interview on the channel and just help with that kind of stuff. I'm hoping to, I've had multiple survivors reach out to me who would like to share their stories. I think the biggest thing though is helping people realize just how hard it is for these people to leave these kinds of groups. And then like when you understand like they've been deceived and you don't know, they don't know it. So I think overall it's going to be helpful.
She looks big mad there.
I think the more people that can realize that if there is a God, I don't think that God would want women and men to live the way that this group teaches women and men to live. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting too. And I don't think it's going to be a series. It's just what I do, you know, like this isn't like.
It's just what she does, y'all.
I feel like I just need to add more like depth. I don't want. The Duggars for me have always been the vehicle for explaining the detriments and the horrible parts of this cult. It's not that the Duggars are specifically a unique family in this cult, because a lot of these families are the same. They have the same problems. They have the same kinds of, I mean, this cult in so many ways, it's teaching people how to create their own cult in their families, because the husbands become like the cult leaders. And it's to see it play out on national TV. You're seeing what it looks like and what they've been taught.
I don't want to go too much into detail about this because I'm not sure if I wanted to or not, or really not wanted to. But regarding her advocacy in the, I don't know, IBLF church, whatever this is called here, I had someone tell me that who is in this community, who said, they told me they're also in our community a little bit, I guess, but they were telling me that she really doesn't do much help. Like she's kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Controlled opposition. Like she's almost comes across as controlled opposition, where like the church members kind of use her content, use her and her brand to kind of scare people into staying in the church. That's kind of would be. Yeah, that's what they said, pretty much. I mean, it wasn't that direct, but yeah. So she's really not doing that much good over there. Just saying. Especially when she starts like you know, saying offering, you know, anonymity to people, and then she just like, you know, outs their family or their name or whatever, maybe their dress. So that kind of scares a lot of people away from trusting someone like her when they see that she does this shit.
It's not just, yeah, I don't know. It's not even about branching out from Duggar news. That's not even what the goal is. It's beyond that. The Duggars have always been the vehicle. The Duggars will always be the vehicle because they're the most visibly notable and they've recruited the most people into this cult. So you have to use them as the example for this because most of the people that are in this cult know the Duggars or they've been recruited by the Duggars. And so they're going to be the ones that are going to be the most easy for them to identify with. Yes. Yes. Do I have an OnlyFans? No. Why? No. I do not. The Bates are in it, but the leader's name was Bill Gothard. Bill Gothard is not in the cult anymore, but all of his teachings are still used. It's fallen apart dramatically, but the teachings are still used and his seminar is still taught. It's really weird. They have not abandoned his teachings, even though they've kicked him out. I don't know where we're going to go with this. Obviously, there's a lot to cover, but no, Bill did not have any kids and he was never married.
Dude. No. That kind of speak is not allowed in this chat here, okay? Where'd you go? And Maloney. We do not put the image of her with an OnlyFans account in any of our heads. No, please, no. Don't make me block you. No, I'm kidding. But please don't. Thank you, Maloney. She got really mad at her chat last night. Which chat? What do you mean by last? Oh no, yeah. Okay. I thought I put. Oh, are you talking like the stream she did on YouTube? The like 3-hour, 2.5-hour stream or whatever with the about the Duggars, whatever. No, that was a seriously trouble. It's all good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, but let's not talk about her like in the OnlyFans kind of way. Well, the cupcake thing's a little different.
So there's that.
Yeah, there's that.
I have not been paying too much. I haven't had a lot of time today to look. I haven't been online very much today. Anyways, I don't know that this is, I don't even know. I feel like always time I'll bring things up and I'm so excited to share. And then there's always a million more questions. And then sometimes I feel like I'm not expressing myself in a way that people are understanding, but
you get mad.
This is not I don't know. Like, if people are coming to my channel thinking that I'm just gossiping about something, that's not ever been the goal and ever been my interest. And
no, you know what this
not,
is? This is like a different, but a repeat of the whole from January there, where she did the stream about the day her son almost died. And, you know, other people dared to, you know, relate, and they took the focus off of her, you know? So, that's what this is.
What I care to talk about. I mean, I have weaved in stories about the family and shared information as it comes up because it's relatable, it's topical, and it's a way to further share what we're talking about. But to be just your average run-of-the-mill gossip rag about the Duggars, that's not going to ever be me, and that's not what I want to be about, and that's not what I'm interested in. And I want to not only help people that are from the IBLP, but understand that, like, there's a lot of people around them that even if they're not in the IBLP, they're still in some form of patriarchal control.
Is this really all just to smash the patriarch? I mean,
so that's yeah, I hid them, Iowa girl. I don't even know what that was about.
Let's see, chat.
I know there's like, someone's like, do you have an OnlyFans? And another person's like talking about Reddit. Clearly trolling tonight.
Gross. Is that why you brought it up, Maloney?
If someone's, could you imagine someone leaking somebody else's nudes? That's actually called revenge porn. Like, you. No. I am going to have him on. Yes. So, you know, I can only do so much. I'm only one person. And I'll never say that we're not going to cover other topics. This is just a topic that is so, I don't know. This specific one is just where I'm at. Yes, I said earlier that I'm going to have him come off. Anyways.
Oh, Aunt Lissy, it's funny you say that because, yeah, she's back to talking about being an advocate right now. But I think it was last night's stream. It was the one I did a video on today. She started telling people who were concerned about all the missing Indigenous women. There's like 700 of them missing apparently, and she started telling them about how, well, you know, she can't really help contribute to that conversation, so she can't talk about it right now on her stream. Although, even though this would have been a perfect example for her to learn about the situation while teaching others as well, you know, but whatever, that's just me. But then she starts to go on and on about how if there's something that you feel strong and passionate about, the best thing you can do is to start your own platform. And I'm just like, wow, what an advocate. Holy shit. You know, you're getting like top-notch advice from this huge YouTuber. She's such an advocate like that, you know? Yeah. And here she is advocating just for what's traditionally mostly white people in these cults. So I'm not saying that's by design or whatever, just saying. Although it does seem
it is baffling, weird. But you don't need to have
after that conversation I heard in that stream last night, and then she's doing that seems
kids or anything like that to be a cult leader. Being that there was no formal like reward in that, like it was never from the FBI.
So Annie shared. Katie repeatedly shared Kale's leaked nudes, knowing she didn't want them shared. I think that would qualify as revenge porn. That's my opinion. Yeah, exactly, Julian. Yeah, but ask her about her husband and son's Native American needs, and she's got a lot to say. Right? I never even thought of that. It's a very good point. Yeah, she wants to talk all about it when there's a riot going on, 45 minutes from her house. But, when there's 700 missing women, well, go start your own platform.
FBI. It's not like they all pooled together and put their money. There was a lot of people talking about the amount of money that was going to be paid out to people, but there was never a formal reward that was offered by the FBI for any information. So it's not like the FBI is not giving a reward for this. There is no reward. Oh, it's like a block party on here. I am not married to a Duggar. No. I don't want to talk about my faith. It's irrelevant to what I do. I don't like to discuss what I believe or how I believe or what my thoughts are on faith.
Damn it, I was muted.
I've done it in the past and I've shared my
I am now picturing a Duggar eating a cupcake.
Experiences, but it's not relevant to this topic. It's irrelevant, in fact. And it doesn't matter. I don't care. You got a new kitten today. Want to see mine? Here. Do you like this? Frida did that. She scratched at the door to the extent that we have to paint. This is Darwin. This is Charlie. And that's the aftermath of Frida.
Doesn't she have a Rodan
Charlie,
or something?
You show your face?
Isn't it, Rodan's the one that keeps running away, isn't it?
You show your face? No?
Get her, cat. Get her, kitty.
I figure we can have a nice house when, I'm not having 100 animals and 37 dogs. They are twins. They're brothers. They are twins. Except
They're
Charlie
twins?
has... I don't know if they're actual twins, but they're brothers.
They say litter mates.
And they were litter. So I went to go get a kitten from this litter. And I was just going to take Charlie. And Charlie was bonded to Darwin. And Darwin and Charlie, to be honest, are a package deal. And so I can't imagine if I would have split them up. They are inseparable. Almost to the detriment of themselves because it causes them to not like anybody but themselves. But yeah, they're cute. They just turned 2. He's so cute. Darwin. They're named after Charles Darwin, the evolution guy. I'm an atheist. Anyways, and
you can still believe in Darwinism and not be an atheist.
that theory of evolution and I don't know what his other theory, survival of the fittest.
Darwinism.
Charles Darwin. We're big science people here. I was at Target today and there was actually a shirt that said I love science on a kid's shirt. And I was like, oh, that's such a neat shirt for a kid. But then I was like, my son is not really into science. So yeah, I don't know. He's into Jurassic World.
Paleontology, how's that not science?
Do you ever go to Target? Hold on, let me show you. Do you ever go to Target and you're like, I'm going to go for one thing, and then you leave and your cart is like that?
Sorry, apparently I knocked myself out.
And spatulas, and I needed like
what did I miss here?
I got food. And it was like, oh, there's I went to Target for one thing and $500 later. You guys, I don't go shopping very much, but it was like all these little things that we've needed forever that I just like a mat, like a mat for our front door, toilet wands to clean our toilets, basic things. New dish towel.
Who said that? Erin Tay, I think. This woman has no idea who she is or what she stands for, and that is a very, very true assessment, I think. I share your opinion. I get the impression from her that it's not even about, like, she's not even trying to stand for anything. She has like this, I think, in my opinion, this intense fear of missing out, but not necessarily missing out on events, but missing out on drama with people, like just social things with people. Like she can't miss any, and she can't be left out. Like she has this huge fear of being left out, I think. Like she can't stand being left out, I bet. But it's just my opinion.
Okay. New silverware. I have been wanting new silverware for years. And today was the day I needed to buy it. And then I was like, I was in the boys section and I was like, oh, he needs some t-shirts. Oh, we need new boxers. Oh, he also needs socks. Then I was over in the kids section.
That's because AdSense paid out 2 days ago, and it was her first Gabby Petito payment. I mean, it's for the whole month of September, so I bet it's a pretty fat one.
And I was like, I want to do Legos with him today. So then I was like, we need to buy some Legos. So then I bought a Lego set and I built the Lego set for him. Mm-hmm. Then I was like, oh, I want to do puzzles with him today. So I bought him some puzzles. That was me today. I bought him Play-Doh because I wanted to do Play-Doh. Yeah, so we built Legos.
She's like a zeitgeist hijacker. Right? Yeah. Zeitgeist hacker? No, hijacker. Yeah. See, she hijacks zeitgeists. That's going to be very hard to say, like, more than once. Or either once.
And we did puzzles. It was fun. I'm not the kind of mom that can just, like, sit there. I have to do something with him. So it's like... He does not have the patience to do the Legos. And so it's the perfect thing for us to do because they have Jurassic Park Legos. He watches me do the Legos And then I build the Legos, and then he talks to me about how I'm building the Legos. And then he sort of like facilitates around the Legos, and he has like fine motor. It would be hard for him to build these Legos, let's just say. Anyways, so I build them, and then he plays with the little guys, and then he'll like sort of cheer me on while I'm doing it, like, oh, that's not too hard, mommy, you can do that, mommy. He's the Lego manager. He is totally the Lego manager. That's not too hard, mommy. There's only 3 instructions, only 3 packets. Hi, Kiko. You can do it, mommy. Okay.
Her kid's like 8, right? And why doesn't she like switch to Connects or something? I mean, like, Connects came out when my son, my oldest, well, at least they were big or whatever, popular, when he was like right around his age, like 7, 8, 9, maybe around there. And it was like my 2 younger kids, even like they played with Legos, and then like until they reached like 4 or 5, then it's like fuck Legos. You can build like way more cooler shit with the Connects.
So then we get it done. It's like, oh, the helicopter one, that's the one you need to start with, Mom. And then you need to build a car. It's like, okay, so we get that done. And he's like,
resigned. Okay.
But he was hilarious. It was so funny. Because once I was done with the Legos, he's sitting right across from me after I finished the Legos. And I was like, well, what else do you want to do? And he goes, I know why you did this, Mom. And I was like, why? And he goes, I know you did this so I don't have to be on my iPad. And I was like, no, I didn't do this so you don't have to be on your iPad. I never told you even to turn your iPad off. And anyways, yeah. So and I was like, no, this is not for you to not be on your iPad. And then he's like, well, and I was like, I mean, we don't have to do anything else if you don't want to. And he's like, well, no, we need to do all of the things that you got me. And I was like, okay, so what do you want to do? And he's like, well, I think we should do the puzzles.
True.
Okay, so we start and we do the first puzzle, and we finish the first puzzle, right? And then he's like, well, we need to do the dinosaur puzzle. Well, the dinosaur puzzle had 150 pieces. The first puzzle was only 100 pieces. So he helped with the 100-piece puzzle. But when the dinosaur puzzle came out and it had 150 pieces, he did not want to help. So then he just told me that he was going to let me do the puzzle, and then he was going to play with Play-Doh. So while I was doing this puzzle, which, by the way, took forever because it was more complicated, because it was a map.
Hey, Belinda.
I don't know why that was harder than the other ones. But anyways, he was building scenes for Jurassic World with his Play-Doh. And he was like opening up the Play-Doh thing, and he pulled out all the Play-Dohs out of every can. I think he did that purposely because then I couldn't micromanage him playing with the Lego, with the like, I'm the micromanage mom with the Play-Doh. Like, I'm the mom that's like, you can play with 2 Play-Dohs. You can have 2 colors. And Dad is like, you can have every color out. Yeah. You know, that's just how Dad is. And I'm like, no, you can have 2 colors out. So he's like trying to get me distracted with the puzzles so that he can have every color out of the Play-Doh. Did he put the Play-Doh away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or, well, I did.
Okay. And we don't allow them to, no, we don't let him mix them. I'm so anti having the Play-Dohs mixed. It bothers me when they get mixed together.
Yeah, but you get over it pretty quick. I mean,
but he likes to, like, we've always let him do Play-Doh because it's like good for his muscles. Like, he has low muscle tone in his hands. And so it's really good to like squeeze stuff. And like Play-Doh is like one of the only textures he will actually squeeze. So it's good for him to have something like that. So
you know what works even better than that? Like an Xbox or PlayStation. Nintendo Switch.
For me, it's always just like, it's OT for him. Yeah. Yeah. Like we've tried slime. He won't touch slime. We have kinetic sand, which I love to play with, but then he won't play with it because he doesn't want to play with the kinetic sand. We have a whole like sensor. We have all kinds of sensory bins, but he wanted me to do the puzzle so he could take out literally every Play-Doh.
Maybe let's try.
No, he doesn't like weighted blankets.
I'm such a bitch. It would have worked with me if when I was young, or when my kids were younger. So
your hubby has a stress ball. Yeah. I need to get in the shower before.
Yeah, it's almost over.
It's 7:15. Yeah, I gotta go, you guys. I gotta get in the shower. I haven't showered yet today. And then it's my night to put my kiddo to bed. So have a good night, you guys. I'm really excited to what we're going to be adding to the channel.
Todd's takebacks. What happened? Oh, okay. Oh. So I guess the Instagram live we just watched, I guess it's not up anymore. Interesting. Oh, should I still have that up on the screen? All right, so I'm going to wrap this up. It gives me about a half an hour to eat real quick before Claire's stream starts. Let me put a link in the chat again for that if you guys want to join us. It's her Midnight Madness and Mayhem stream. Starts at midnight, and it can get pretty wild. So no pants allowed though. But you're in the avatar, so you can be pant free. No one will know. She's another one. Let him outside the lines. Oh God, it won't be long before you can have a full video of Todd saying, "It's a good idea." Did he put a new one up? I've only watched his first one so far. I gotta check that out. All right. On that note, I'm gonna go eat something real quick, and hopefully I'll see y'all at midnight. So, good night, guys. See you later.